All right, we're on the job site with John from New England Remodeling. John, how's it going today?
Going good, man. Thank you. Hey, today we're going to take a quick look at the Festool RAS, R-A-S 115. We're using it. This is typically for grinding down paint, wood, things like that. It does an excellent job. But application I stumbled upon while doing some work here with this spray foam was shaving down areas that are a little too high. Not really a typical application for the tool, but for me, it's the fastest way I've found, and wanted to share it with you guys. You know, a few things about the tool. It is the Festool RAS. Like I said, it's kind of like an angle grinder. However, it's got some built-in dust extraction and everything. Does an excellent job. Mostly used for paint, wood, and stuff. You've got a dust shroud that rotates. As you spin the handle, this dust shroud rotates around. As you can see, there's bristle brushes in this corner here, and you can make those spin to any point. As you touch the pad, if you touch the pad up here, dust is going to be shooting off kind of in tangent to that point. So you want to always orient this to where you're touching the pad. If you're grinding here, you want the dust shroud to be kind of just below that. If you're grinding over here, you want it to be up in this corner. Catches the dust no matter where you hit that pad. We have already actually shaved down this entire room. There was a decent amount. I didn't realize I was going to make the video until after we're already done, unfortunately. But we'll do. I'm going to do a quick pan around the room, show you guys what we have shaved off, and then we'll hit the floor quick, show you how much dust actually hit the floor. So let's take a look at that. All right, guys, we're back. As you can see, everywhere that's really rough, like this spot here in that corner, center of the screen, pretty much, that's untouched. As we get to these spots that look smoother, that's everywhere that has been ground down. These bays were a little overfilled. It's fine with me, you know, get a little more insulation for the customer. However, you know, it takes a little work to get them smooth. These areas were pretty bad in there. We'll go around just to show you kind of the amount that we actually had to take out of this room. It was a pretty good amount. You get these corners and stuff. Pan around. This whole area up inside the skylight, that was all overfilled by probably a ½ inch. That all had to get ground down smooth. As you can see, it's now all at least below the wood, so that the sheetrock will mount up on that nice. Come down these walls. We got some down into the corners there. So as we go down the walls, we don't have to look at every square inch here, I know. But what I wanted to show you is some of the dust. So this floor has not been cleaned. We have not done any vacuuming, any brooming of any sort. This over here is actually the worst spot. There's just this little coating of dust, right? That's everything that's hit the floor from all the grinding we've done. We come around here. There's a little bit right there, that one spot in the center of the screen. All these bigger chunks, that actually has nothing to do with the RAS. That was from some scraping we did earlier. So that's really all in thanks to the Festool dust extractor that this thing hooks up to. And we'll go into a little bit more detail on that in just a second. Got a couple of grooves I cut here in one spot to show you guys. About 3/8 of an inch deep or so. And two different ways I'm going to go about trying to take care of this. The way I have been shown by an installation contractor of mine was to use a brush like this. I believe this is actually like a horse brush, for brushing the hair on a horse. It makes a ton of dust and debris. It all just falls and it's pretty slow. So I'm going to attack this lower part here, and we'll see how that does. See, leaves the wall pretty rough. We did get down to where we wanted to, get below that cut line. If you pan down here on the floor, you can see just how much debris was made by just that little spot. You know, we got a fair amount of stuff, and it sticks to everything. So now we're going to go at it with the RAS. As I said before, piece of 36 grit on here for paper. I don't even think you need to go that rough. Whatever you got lying around, if you have the tool, Going to adjust this dust chute so we hopefully get the most amount of the dust. And here we go, fire it up. Not too bad. Done. I mean, the finished product looks a hell of a lot nicer than it did with the horse brush. You can see we took it right down. Not much dust at all. There's, I don't see any of the fine dust on the floor. So, thing works pretty darn good. That's, like I said before, like I touched on when we were panning around the room. It's largely in part to the vacuum system we're using. It's the Festool MIDI dust extractor hooked up to this guy. Does an excellent job. And you know, you'd be fine rocking just the vacuum most of the time if you're not doing huge areas and whatnot. But these things do run with a bag inside, so the foam, it's got a decent amount of volume to it. You know, if you're taking this much off, and you're going to be going through bags like crazy. So I actually use this. It's like the ultimate dust deputy from Oneida Air. I've kind of made my own box, so if you want to come in, I'll show you how much has actually been collected by this. And then we'll pause quick and we'll get inside the vacuum and show you. So if you take a look inside this box, get right up in there, you can see, you know, this thing is just full of dust, you know. And what do we got? We get, you know, on this whole box, we're probably, man, I'd say 4 inches or so down from the top. It looks like we got about a 15-inch tall box. It's about 11 inches of dust in here. That easily would have filled more than one of the bags in this vacuum. Take a quick pause and we'll jump inside the MIDI and show you how much actually made it into the vacuum. Alright, here we are. We got the vacuum opened up. You can see the bag. This is crazy, guys. It blew my mind, actually. This is the bag we started with this whole room. You know, we had, like I guessed, over a bag's worth of stuff that made it into the dust separator box. Here we go, ready? This bag is absolutely empty. I mean, if 1% of that dust made it in here, then I would be surprised. I don't even think it was 1%. Blows my mind. This thing works well. It's the, like I said, it's the dust deputy, it's the cyclone separator. So, again, we got the Festool RAS, we got the Festool MIDI vacuum. Any of their vacs will work fine. And we've got the dust deputy. Commercially, like I said, I kind of made this box set up with just their cyclone separator and some plywood and whatnot. But commercially available, this product is called the Ultimate Dust Deputy. So, pretty good setup, guys. I'm not sure if it's the most efficient way of shaving the closed cell foam, but for me, it's the best way I've found so far. It works out fast, keeps the dust down and everything. If you guys know of a better way, hey, hit me up in the comments, let me know. I'd be glad to know. Otherwise, check it out, guys. It's good stuff.